If I went to a music store and I opened a case of a guitar that I had made, it drew a crowd. If I played, everybody ran.
Ja, hi, der Jan hier von Music and Stuff und wir sind heute beim Musikhaus Thomann im Custom Gitarrenraum und bei uns ist Mr. Paul Reed Smith, der sich heute die Zeit genommen hat, bisschen was über sich und seine Gitarren zu erzählen. So, hi Paul, how are you?
I'm good, thank you for having me.
Do you like to come to events like this and to Germany?
I like coming to this event in Germany.
Okay, cool, just because it's a good thing to meet people?
I don't think anybody in America really understands how powerful this company is. I mean, you're talking about some huge percentage of the business that's done in the European market is done with Thomann because Thomann's trusted by the customers. And I think that's important for our entire industry to understand and pay attention to. I'm surprised I'm the only CEO here from an American company that I see. I'm glad to be here. I love it here.
You're playing later this day?
Yes, Hans has allowed us to play, which is fun. We put a band together with Thomann employees, and we play songs that other people don't attempt. So it's fun. Last year we had a great time. We did an old Deep Purple tune called Mistreated, and this year we're going after a bunch of stuff, so it's fun.
Okay,
Company
so you
is.
still
I mean, you're
like
talking
and
about
enjoy being on
some-
stage and just play?
I love it. I don't like it.
Okay, yeah.
I got in this because I wanted to play guitar, and it just so happens I was better at that time at making them than I was at playing them, although I'm in a training program with the Granger Brothers, and I'm getting better at playing them.
Okay, cool. And was there a specific event you had the idea to build your own guitars, or was it just a natural thing to you?
Both. I had an idea that I wanted to do it, and it was a natural event. If I went to a music store and I opened a case of a guitar that I had made, it drew a crowd. If I played, everybody ran. So that way I had to pay attention to the feedback of the world. Yeah, it was a natural event, but it was also, I really wanted to do it, and I thought that the guitar making industry at that time had lost its footing. It was not doing so well, and they had lost their art, and I was hoping that maybe we could bring some of it back, which I thought went well, actually.
Yeah, so you had your ideas what you would like to improve from the beginning?
Well, not improve, but I had an idea of what I wanted to make, and from that, you know, we worked on the tuning pegs, we worked on the neck shapes, we worked on the nuts, we worked on the pickups, the bridges, everything. So yeah, it was not that I was trying to improve other things, but I was a repairman, and so I saw the problems on my bench every day. If somebody's guitar didn't stay in tune, I saw it. If a guitar didn't play in tune, I saw it. If a guitar didn't sound good, I saw it. If the guitar went out of tune, I saw it. All these things are important to guitar players. You know, it was very strange, actually, recently been getting feedback that the guitars are very, very, very stable. So when the musicians are out touring, they don't have to readjust them every day, no matter what humidity environment or temperature environment they're in. They talk about that. Carlos Santana's new book talks about that. I never really thought of that. But when I was repairing guitars and making guitars for artists, for that they were stable was very important. And now they're tuning all the vocals, like in Nashville, and if your guitar doesn't play in tune with the vocals, they'll erase your tracks. So it's important that they play in tune as well.
Yeah, but would you say the typical PRS design and specs is more what you think is a perfect guitar, or did you listen much to the artists these days?
Both, completely. Okay. Completely both. That's what I thought and what they thought. They're not guitar makers, so some parts of it we have to bring to the table. They have very certain requests about what scale lengths and neck shapes and things like that, where they'll pick up a guitar and go, that neck shape's good, which is this one? I'll say it's a pattern regular. Well, I'll take a pattern regular, you know. And we recently made a musician a neck, and he said, I want it halfway between the pattern thin and the pattern regular, and because it's all computerized, we could do that very easily. So that's nice.
Okay, but would you say you're still, or the guitars from PRS are still getting better, and you're looking to solve problems?
Oh God, just only problems that are there. I don't try to invent problems. This jack plate has been the same one since day one. There's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't break. It's fine. We use the same one. We only try to improve things that need improvement. We don't do it for improvement's sake. We do it because it makes it a better guitar.
Yeah. But you do not think that there will be big changes in the PRS style in the next time?
Well, every time I say that, I'm wrong, because this year we came out with the Vela, and one of the musicians playing today is playing a Vela, and we're playing some ZZ Top tunes, and he was able to get some very Gretsch sounds out of it, so that's new for us. So I don't want to make that prediction, because if something happens and we decide we want to sell it or we want to market it or we want to build guitars that way, I don't want to be, well, he said he wasn't going to change it. Well, we change it when it's time.
Okay. And what makes a good guitar for you? Would you say it's mostly the wood or the hardware or just the composition?
No,
of everything?
it's a combination of everything. That it has to stay in tune, it has to play in tune, the neck has to feel comfortable, the finish has to feel comfortable, the finish has to not deaden the guitar, the parts have to not deaden guitar, the pickups have to sound wide open and big and not small. The volume knob of all things, you don't want it to jump on, it's got to come on smoothly, that you can get extra tones out of it. I like things that are pretty. This is pretty. It's not one thing. It's a combination of many. It would be like saying the only thing important on your car is the tires. If you have the right tires, everything else is right. It doesn't. I mean, we got to talk about the motor. We got to talk about the steering. We got to talk about the brakes. We got to talk about how much gas consumption it has. We have to talk about whether. I mean, in Germany now, aren't you putting propane in some of these cars? They're driving not on gasoline and not on diesel, but on fumes, which I think is great. No, it's a combination of everything. I wish it was one thing, but it's not. And because it's a combination of so many things, guitar making is a real art form. You know, you have to get all little pieces right. It's like saying the only thing important on a Stradivari violin is the finish. It's not true. There's hundreds of things that are important.
Yeah. But your company is especially famous for its woods. Is it still easy to get the woods you want and in the right amounts?
I would say it's easy for us because we have highly skilled people doing it, yes. The forests in our country, in America, are in better condition than they were 100 years ago. So for us, it's really, really good that we have very skilled people buying the woods, and that we are very careful not to buy wood that's not sustainable. So in this marketplace, people are paying attention to that. They don't want to buy a wood that they'll never see again. Yeah.
And this is your private guitar?
This is my baby.
Yeah.
This was a prototype of a Paul's guitar, and I brought it home, and my wife said, "I'll have that." And I went, "Ooh." And I said, "Yes, okay, fine." She wanted my guitar, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And so now when I go on the road, I have to borrow my wife's guitar, which she's going to have it anyway after I'm dead, so it's okay.
Okay. Are there any special features you like, or is it just like a...
Well, hold the mic. I'll show you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it plugged in. It has a beautiful sustain to it. I know I have distortion on it, but the note isn't dying at all. You don't hear a reduction in the harmonic content. So to me, yeah, that's very, very important, because I like to hold a note and let it keep going.
Yeah.
Turns out you can test a guitar how good it is with a stopwatch. If a guitar only rings 15 seconds, it's not as good as a guitar that rings 45 seconds.
Okay. And as you might be especially involved with your private stock guitars.
Mm-hmm.
Is it an emotional feeling for you when you come to a store like this and see all your guitars?
No, it's an emotional feeling when I come here and the guitars aren't here.
Okay.
Okay. Or a guitar's been here too long.
Yeah.
So I checked all these private stock guitars. You know, I've played them before. If Thomann is very, very careful about which of our guitars they buy. And so for me, if they've been very careful, and we've been very careful, and the guitar has been here more than 6 months, what did I do wrong, or, you know, what's wrong? So for me, it's more the opposite. I'm very proud of the relationship that I have with this company. We're on first name basis. We go to dinner together. We talk about guitars together. We work on problems together. Everybody has each other's cell phones. We're trying to make sure everything works out. I think that PRS Guitars and Thomann, as a company, and all the employees have a very personal, good relationship, which means if you buy a guitar from Thomann, you can count on the fact that there's a real problem and it needs to go back to me. It will come back to me and I'll fix it.
Okay. Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah.
And this year, your company has its 30th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever thought when you
That
started?
means I'm almost 60.
Yeah. But have you ever thought it would become this big?
No,
when
I
you started
I
it?
never thought of it that way. I thought of it in baby steps, what to do tomorrow, what to do the next day, what to do next month. What last month I was planning on coming here this month. I don't look that far ahead. I'm pleased that it's still alive. I'm pleased that it's well. I'm pleased that it's not having health problems. The company's healthy.
And you've done some special 30th anniversary models. We have one here. What is like the most important specs on it, or what have you thought when you made it?
Well, we were very, very careful about the pickups.
You can hold it.
We were very careful about the pickups. We were careful about how we redid the bird inlays. Very careful about the purfling. There have been small improvements in the neck shape, in the nut material. There's a banner that the bird is holding on to. The stain is a new color for us, but the pickups especially were brand new. These are 85 15s, and they sound like the pickups I wish I had made in 1985.
Okay.
Redone in 2015. So, it's interesting you have me do this. We worked very hard on this, and when we got done, I went, it's good, and then I walk away, and then you bring me the guitar back and go, what was your thinking? And I'm going, oh, I remember,
Yeah.
Yeah, this is our anniversary guitar.
Yeah, and these are available in 4 price categories. Is it important for you?
That's the first time we've ever done that.
Yeah.
So it's in private stock, in core, our regular line, in S2, and in SE.
Is it important for you that you reach all the guitar players?
That's the
Also-
idea.
Also the younger one that can't afford a private stock model?
That's the idea. If it was a violinist, it was a young violinist, he would be able to afford a private stock. I mean, violins can cost huge amounts of money. Guitars are cheap in terms of what they cost in relation to French horns and drum sets and PA systems and recording studios. But in terms of what you just said, yes, I think it is important that somebody that doesn't quite have the money can still get a quality instrument. We're proud of our SE line in that if for that amount of euros you can buy what we think is the best guitar of that money you can get.
Yeah. And how do you guarantee that the quality is on this level it is? Is it easy?
No, it's very hard. Hard work, follow up, hard work, follow up, checking, asking, demanding, follow up.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much
You're
for your
very
time.
welcome.